This week you'll begin creating Frayer model cards to help you with vocabulary. We will use these cards for academic vocabulary, like when we learn words like plot and theme, and also just daily vocabulary that you use when you're speaking with your friends and family. Right now I'm using a half piece of paper. You can use notebook paper or copy paper if you have it. Any kind of paper will do. Today I'm going to be using an entire half sheet of paper for each word, and you can do the same, especially for those of you who have larger handwriting. If you're someone who writes really small, you could probably write on just 1/4 of a piece of paper, and you should have plenty of room. Let me model for you what mine looks like on a half piece of paper. We have 3 words that we're going to be working with today: mild, sight, and tight. All of these have the long I sound, I, in them. Mild, sight, tight. Notice how these words are spelled and practice noticing that spelling throughout your week. The first thing that we need to do is write our word as neatly as we can right in the middle of our card. Notice that I wrote it as neatly as I could right in the center of the card. Okay, put a box or a circle around your word. The next thing that we're going to do is write the part of speech underneath it. So mild is an adjective. You're going to write adjective as neatly as you can underneath. Take your time as you write these cards, and remember that you might be using these cards as something that you refer to over time. So it will be helpful for you to write with neat enough handwriting that you or I could both read your handwriting in the future. Next, we're going to divide the remainder of this card into 4 parts. I'm doing this by drawing a straight line above and below my word, and then to the right and left. In the top left corner, we are going to write a definition for this word. I looked up this definition using a dictionary. You could look up your definition online or using a dictionary if you have one. For our definition of mild, you may write the same definition as me. Something that is not sharp, spicy, or bitter is mild. Notice that you're going to have to fit your entire definition within this box. So again, if you have very large handwriting, focus on writing very small and neat, similar to how I've done mine, so that you know you have plenty of room to keep it nice and neat. The next thing we're going to do is use that word in a sentence. I most frequently think of the word mild when I'm talking about something that's not spicy. I like salsas a lot, and sometimes I prefer a mild salsa rather than a very spicy one. So for my sentence, I could say, Last weekend, I went to Taco Deli and put the mild salsa on my tacos. When you finish your sentence, underline the word that you've used. Also, double check. Make sure that you started your sentence with a capital letter and you ended your sentence with a punctuation mark, a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point, depending on what sentence you've written. Next, we're going to draw a picture. When you think of this word in your mind, what picture comes to mind? And do your very best drawing. If you like to draw in color, you can draw in color. Or if you just want to do a quick sketch in pencil or pen, that is fine too. For me, I know, to me anyways, that jalapenos are spicy to me. So when I think about the word mild, I'm going to draw a jalapeno and then put a circle with the X through it. And that's kind of a symbol that shows a jalapeno is not mild. And that helps me know I know that word mild and what it means. Okay, for the last section, we're going to write some non-examples. So we're going to just list a few things that are not mild. So if I know mild is anything that's not spicy, sharp, or bitter, let's name some things that are not mild. We could all include jalapenos. We could include a steak knife. Of course, a steak knife is sharp, so it wouldn't have a mild blade. And I could also include ghost peppers. Okay, there are three non-examples of mild. When you have finished one card, you can just flip that card over to start your second one. Okay, today you guys will be also creating the words sight, and the part of speech for sight is a noun. And I would like you guys to look up the definition. Write it in a sentence. Draw a picture. And share some non-examples. For your non-examples, you can list bullet points like this, or you might write a sentence that talks about something that it does not include sight. All right, here's just one more word that you're going to take and get ready for today. And this last word for today is the word tight. Tight is an adjective that describes something. So if you think about they're wearing their Halloween costume from last year and it is tight, meaning it's not fitting very well anymore. Okay, when you finish these cards, hold on to them. Later in the week, we're going to add 3 more words to this set of Frayer model cards.